So Amu is free falling in some plane of air. He sees no ground beneath him, and he just knows he barely escaped this maw of a dragon by using a tsunami spell. And the dragons above him kind of twisted around and confused after getting splashed by the water and um, trying to reach for you desperately in some way just because it's like it's all so confused from falling. Um, and kind of blames you for the predicament, like, why'd you bring me here, kind of thing. Amu takes advantage of that and uh, he turned into an eagle for a brief moment and kind of reoriented himself and got back to where you could like free fall with the dragon, and the dragon was kind of flying with you sort of for a bit too, and you persuaded the dragon to find some common grounds, more or less, of survivability against what the gods have thrust upon them both here. And Amu meets Barmok the Red, and he gets astride the creature and flies in whatever direction. But at the moment, it doesn't matter. Uh, we switched to a couple of the other groups stuff for a while with Birdman and Kaly and the fight and things they were kind of doing, and Birdman's um dream in the stage courts with Eros, and then he woke up and Eros had the pivotal sending that announces the, I guess, final union of the group that's we've been talking about for so many weeks by this point. Um, Nevertheless, we then switched to Amu, who, astride the dragon, he starts to notice that the magic that's been cast upon him by Jock, presumably, is something that's kind of made his body incorporeal, and he starts to warn the dragon, Amu does, about the primordials kind of meddling with the course of action. And the dragon starts to talk about his alignment and union with a different group of people that are trying to restore order or in the plains. Definitely hinting to something with Tiamat. Um, they soar on and hopefully find somewhere to land, and the dragon's getting pretty tired by that point. And then we wrapped up last session with Tenebris and Kaly and the other druids that are with them using their magics to escape from two inevitables, these bullish maroots that, um, yeah, have come to claim Kaly, sort of. Like Kaly's stepfather wants her to return home for an unknown reason at this point, and uh, they're also the power that they are seeing here demonstrated is something that is obviously worrisome because that's what inevitables are all for. Is Primus believes that there needs to be a balance with things. Um, Nevertheless, we're gonna pick up with Amu. So Callie, you're good for a minute. So just do what you need to and listen and whatnot. And Amu and the dragon. Um, some hours later, after you travel for a while, you eventually, uh, I think by Amu's own perception, which is way higher than the dragon's, ironically, and maybe some of your inspiration spent like connecting to, the power of you feel so much air, but then to like have such a strong connection to Earth, which is something I feel like you're much more aligned to as a spore druid, than another kind of druid like a moon or a light druid would probably be much more aligned to the air elements, I'd imagine. But nevertheless, the you found this little chunk of land that's just like floating, spinning. Once you land upon it, the equilibrium just is kind of taken to you. It almost has its own gravity for whatever reason. And you are able to find a few hours rest to take a short rest at the least, for things. And you get some time to process, and the time is irrelevant, I guess you should say. Like you don't know how much time go by. Like it's kind of one of those things like you're not sleeping and it looks like the dragon's sleeping, but because you have no actual physical body, the more and more you realize it, you don't the perception of time is weird to you. You blink and it feels like forever if in different cases. So, and there's just no sun either. There's no light. It's just everything is this permeable, just brightness that just seems to exist everywhere. Um, there's not like a pinnacle one point that there is a sun or a star or anything like that. So the spinning of like the structure, I think, just kind of also adds to that layer as well, that it's spinning on its own axis, almost its own gravity, this thing. So it has its own way that it's keeping time, it seems. And what what might be a few minutes in normal material plane. And also you're pretty sure, the level of the dream world, which druids are, I think, more than any other caster, much more in tune with, because there's a whole dream like circle that is just the dream, dream world, mastering that kind of idea. So I imagine you have some sort of like knowledge of that from your like early age about studying the druidic magics and things like that. Um, so wrapped in that like essence of time, you start to see that this is one of the elemental planes, and you start to think about the magic that the dragon represents, and it's harnessed in energy, and piece together Jock, like he wants you to, he wanted you to kill the dragon. Like by this point you've kind of reasoned that, and you've chosen not to. So there's obviously that other layer that, will you give in to the gods magic and right. So the dragon's perception is insane. Like yours is just better slightly, is what it is. There's pretty good on the whole. And yours is better because I don't know if you've accounted for the passive perception bonuses you get for advantage on things. But basically, it didn't look like it when I looked at your sheet. So, um, for things, so you technically have like close to a 25, or if not a 26, like passive perception when you're just resting. And things with your hearing and smell and things. Um, Nevertheless, um, Amu, do you take advantage of the rest of the dragon? And if so, to do what?
Uh, so is
You begin the ritual. Do you harness magic from? Because you like. I think by this point you could realize that there's, I don't know, insert magic idea here. Like, even if you casted like a storm of vengeance or something and like started to like summon the different elements and stuff, you know what I mean? Or commune with nature or something. Or do you need time to rest and we just let time pass and you take a long rest? Or
actually
is-
because technically druids have access to all druid spells, right? It's just they need to prepare the spells. Yeah.
you are correct.
Okay. So Normally, I kind of only keep the.
And we've also come up with another role for inspiration to where we haven't done it as much in this campaign as the other campaign. There's more casters in the other campaign, I should say. Um, that you can spend an inspiration point to prepare a spell if you don't have it prepared.
Ah, here's something that I technically, because Amu never technically needs to use this. So, as I think, okay, so as he's sitting here, um, yeah, okay, as he's sitting here, Amu is thinking to himself and just trying to um, think about all that he has access to. And I feel like I can still tie the inspiration into this that I spent last time. And he remembers, and then something goes off in his head as he remembers and says out loud, "Ah, I can't believe I forgot it. Ah, it's been so long since I've ever had to read those scrolls. Ah, I believe I have at least hmm, a way to aid both of us in our endeavors, although it will take more out of me. Ah, my apologies. I actually do have access to a plane shift spell, a way to cross over through the different planes of existence. I've just never needed one, as I enjoy my swampy home."
Um, if the dragon knows something. Uh, what I know of that spell, it requires special focus to have the focus we need.
Hmm, this much is true. Do I have a focus? As he starts looking through his mud soaked shit. Hmm. It requires a particular fork. Damn. There has to be some way to. Well, I might not have the exact focus. My magic items are still from the material plane. Perhaps with enough of a magical surge, I could still utilize it to return us to the material plane, and then we could figure something else out from there for your return.
Are you an archdruid?
I am.
Hmm. Then maybe this is possible. I've only known a wizard that could do this.
Well, wizards I am not surprised by. Uh, Druidic magic, hmm, I have known
Hmm.
no tales of druids traveling the plains, which is why carrying around such items is not
I
particular.
There are druids of the stars that travel to plains often,
Uh,
claiming to be shepherds of the lost light.
uh, that circle is. I have not had much time with them at all. My circle is of the spores, so we tend to stay grounded as much as possible. Hmm.
Your magic may be powerful, but without the correct essence, this spell may not work to take both of us. That essence needs to be harnessed from your own plane in a perfect form. Usually that is a metal or stone of some sort. If we crafted that, I could help with heat from my breath. Maybe we could turn it into one of these tuning forks. Do you have such a stone?
Such a stone. And
So like a
he.
precious metal or something, like something that's like even a gemstone or something. I don't know. Like, but you could roll an insight check too.
I'll. I'll roll an.
Or roll a nature check, insight and nature check.
Okay, then I'll just do both. Then. Insight and then nature. Nice. Okay. Uh,
Okay, one, right? Um, he's hiding something from you specifically related to the spell that he could know that works, but doesn't want to tell you. And the nature lets you pick up on it. Like your nature lets you pick up on it. Like dragons in this universe, or with that connection to that material plane, dragons are were the first mortals born on the material plane. One of the reasons why dragon hearts are so precious and can do so much. Like his blood, his life force would be enough to do that. Like, but it would be basically you'd be killing him or close to killing him to do it. Like you'd have to like literally do surgery and like you would need like one of his organs or something, if not
or
the heart itself.
a regenerate spell.
You could propose. I didn't think about that till you said that. So you could propose that idea. You could reject. You could like, hey, can I have your spleen? And oh my goodness, D&D. Um,
Yay!
yeah, I guess yeah. In theory, this guy, that's definitely gonna turn into an intrigue. You're gonna have to gain some momentum points to convince this guy to
Well,
do that.
I already think I could easily gain at least 2 momentum
Like,
points.
there's the easier option that you just roll initiative and try to kill him, but, or wait till he's asleep if you wanted to. But
So, mm, as Amu kind of like scrapes up a bit of the dried, caked mud from his fur, then like flicks it, he says, "You do know that we are both stuck here, right? Withholding information is to not just your detriment, but mine. However, I think should enough time pass, I would be able to survive in return if you were to die. But I am trying to be amiable to both our returns."
you speak, despite your size, as if something much larger than yourself.
I
I only know what I am.
and
I know enough about this spell to know what I could offer towards it. But I am not willing to offer my life just to save the one weasel who I don't even know why we're together.
It has been hours, but your jaw, how does it feel?
Ah, I guess it could be worse.
Hmm. I bet I dislocated it quite well, didn't I? And then
Hmm.
I had it restored back to its former capabilities, yes?
Yes, yes, you did heal me. I appreciate it, but we are simply companions out of circumstance, if nothing else.
True. And circumstance demands compromise. Your life blood can be enough to get us both out. And I have the power to return it back to you.
I don't think you can take my heart and I still live afterwards, despite how powerful your magic is. He's not thinking of like a different organ or something. It's obvious. He's not like he didn't get that far with his check. He didn't roll that high. So
I don't need your heart. The lesser organ will function. One that would not immediately kill you. Your spleen, a kidney, these things could work. You don't need them for too long.
he has this weird like he wants to snap and eat you look, but he doesn't. Like when you suggest that, like and because and then there's that I imagine that one of his paws on his right side comes up and starts to rub his jaw just a little bit as he remembers the bruise that's still like, sort of there, and he's like uh I need okay, so you gained definitely a momentum for the situation, definitely a momentum for I think the magic that you already used to heal him, that being permanent, not something temporary, I think confirms that he can kind of trust you a little bit more. Uh, so you kind of have three momentum points. I would say by this point, I need a persuasion check versus his passive wisdom. Um,
Mm.
just wisdom check, just his ability check, like his insight, we'll say. And then uh
Is
and
there
then
a.
if you beat by 5 or more, you get an extra point. If you beat by 10 or more, you get 2. So,
Okay. Then. Do I.
um
Is this a normal roll or do I have
as
advantage?
of now, it's a normal roll that you definitely can spend inspiration on if you would like.
Let's just see what happens first. Okay. I'm just gonna spend 3 inspiration for a +20. I'm not risking with the -2. So that's a 23.
A 23. Okay. So, um his passive insight, the reason why you beat him last time relatively easily, his passive insight is an 11. He's not proficient in insight. Um, so you, yeah. So 23. Okay, cool. So he kind of nods and he says, Are you prepared to do this now? Perhaps we should rest a little bit.
Yes, I will
He's
need.
trying to buy time. Like, if you could do it now, there's nothing wrong with you doing it now. He just is nervous that you might actually want to kill him, and he's trying to make sure he's at full strength.
I do need the time. I do not have the spell prepared.
He nods, and he's like, well, then let's get some rest. If you would like, I can take first watch.
And uh, Amma will nod, and then he will shapeshift into a giant bat.
Uh, yeah, okay, blindside, probably a good idea, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, because dragons also have blindside. That's one of the reasons why you want to be able to like sneak up on him really well either. Um, I like it. Okay. And there's like uh this tree is not big enough, so I imagine you're like go on this branch over here as a giant bat. Um, for things and all right. Um, got to do. Well, let me write a note down before I forget. Um,
Hooray for online resources. Because I never would have fucking found plane shift if I had to flip through like fucking manual or some shit.
well, there's usually a list of like each class, but
Okay. Well, I don't have access to the book anyway, other than online. So,
yeah, that's true. That's true. No, but no, I no. Well, I think my brain would have eventually got there because I played a druid at a pretty high level. But like you've said before, a lot of druids don't. It's usually a arcane caster thing. But because druids can align to different elements, it makes sense. Um, okay. Uh, Amu. Somewhere. Uh, in the middle of your rest, since there's no like night or day to kind of distinguish things. The wind, quote unquote, picks up rather aggressively, and the trees and whatnot aboard this small little island and rocks and things, they start to jam and jumble, kind of up against each other, and it would wake up both of you all, I would imagine, in the middle of your rest, because it's this that jostling, and there's the idea that in all safety, you need to like hunker down, kind of thing. It's like what it gets to. Um, I would like a strength or dexterity based check. You can use a skill of your choice. And if you want to do it in bat form, you're more than welcome to if they have a better skill, for things. But there would require both of you to kind of take some extra precautions to make sure you don't get blown off by the winds. Um, so I'm going to roll with strength with the dragon. I'm going to I don't want the dragon to go away. So
I am going to cast plant growth to strengthen the vegetation on this rock. It specifically says all normal plants become thick and overgrown.
okay, yeah. Give more to latch on to. Okay. I'll give advantage with that. That makes sense. So I'll have him reroll. All right.
And
Amu, what do you do?
okay. Then I will. Because I don't think they technically. No, no, I'm just trying to open the fucking. That. Damn it, Rain. Uh, yeah, technically they don't have any particularly good skills. Um, so I guess. Hmm. I'll just do an athletics. Can I also get advantage?
If you're implying that you're digging into the ground like he's doing with his claws and his tail to wrap around things and stuff like that, then yes.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, I would have. I'm reverting back to weasel form to do this. So advantage. Yay!
Nice. Okay. So the storm, other than being aggressive, it lasts abnormally long, it seems, to that idea. So the next check I need to have you both roll is a Constitution save to imply your endurance to just like
Oh
withstand this. Your
fuck!
strength is holding, but this is also if you fail, this is a level of exhaustion. Um, so
Question. Does rest? Does like a long rest break concentration? Is that just implied?
yes.
Okay. Just a checking. Uh, otherwise, I would have had. I was about to pull some shenanigans.
Okay, well you've been all rolling 23s. All right then. Um, okay, so yeah, no issues. Like you guys withstand for like it's a lot, yet again, time is irrelevant, but it's probably an hour plus where you guys have to hold on and just like holy shit. And as the thing's spinning and diving and the trees using losing branches and leaves and chunks of grass and stuff are just being ripped up all over the place. Um, Afterwards, you guys are able to settle with the storm and the island structure levels out a little bit more to like how you originally found it. It was still kind of spinning rather aggressively. And I would like a perception check. I'm gonna say disadvantage to start because you guys are a little discombobulated after the storm. Uh, but he rolls another 23. All right. You roll a 22. Well, there you go. That's funny. That's really funny. I like it how it's like consistent with those things. Nevertheless, you're able to see that there's a I guess a creature of some sort with in range of these things that had yeah, there it is. That seemed to be nearby while this was happening, watching what was happening. And then you notice with your perception check, both of you do that he does something and the wind starts to pick up again and it's like he and you can hear his voice finally as the wind like moves towards you as he bellows in a language I don't know if Amu understands.
Uh,
Um,
Probably don't.
you speak you speak primordial or Orin?
No. The
Okay.
answer is no.
Uh, you would be able to probably recognize it as such, I would say, but nevertheless, he's obviously casting magic of some sort, in the distance to kind of create this effect. Um, for things, he's like adding to the windstorm and making it kind of pick back up again. Uh, so I would like Amu. It's not like true initiative yet, but I would like you to declare what you want to do about that. Well, should I be surprised? No, I shouldn't be. Um, I shouldn't be.
just, just,
Uh,
just fucking roll my eyes as I just right on top of him. He is the focal point.
okay, let me see if there's anything you can do about that. I doubt it, but I gotta double check. Well, not something he can do as a reactor. Okay. All right. So the storm starts to twist and turn, and like there's like a fight between where he's creating it from, and then from where you're creating it from, and there's a little bit of irony, but we'll get to that. Welcome, Greed. Welcome. Welcome. Uh, so yeah, Amu is made a deal with a dragon. Made another deal with a dragon, I should say. To basically convince it well, pretty much by this point that if you let me sacrifice your kidney and turn it into a conduit for a plane shift spell that I can prepare tomorrow, then we can get the fuck out of here. Because dragons are the first mortal creatures born on the material plane. So he has a connection to that idea after some other checks and things. And then a windstorm picked up while they were doing a long rest, and now he has elementals that are trying to manipulate the windstorm basically to take care of them, and Amu's now retorted with his own windstorm. Um, as you do as a good druid. I love Storm of Vengeance. It's such a good spell. I never thought it would be used this much in any one game, though. So usually there's other choices that people do, and you're just like, no, I can see them. Fuck you, cha. And it's just like, yep, there it goes. All right, so
It's like I have. It's like I'd have. Like he's just trying to go to sleep, and then it's like when you're just in bed, and there's something going on at a distance. There's just something going on at a distance, and you don't want to get up to deal with it. So there's only one thing you can do. Because it's either I get up and go all the way over there, smack a bitch up, and then come all the way back, or I just stare at them and cast Divine Retribution.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. We'll see how it plays out. So, I'm gonna, excuse me. I'm gonna bring up the thing, and I'm gonna roll. Amu, you should go ahead and roll. Because I just realized another thing. Oh my goodness. That's okay. You'll probably will realize it too. Just like it's okay. It's a good thing for you. Trust me. Uh, it is. It's just I expected you to not do Sword of Vengeance, but I was dumb. So I was like, he's gonna save that for when he goes back. That's the whole reason. And then nope, you don't save it. So, um,
Come on, I'm trying to get a long rest. I haven't had it yet, so it's gonna reset.
I can see what's happening. With it, this just changes the timeline a little bit for what Tenebris is gonna have to deal with. Um, which is okay. Which we're gonna jump there in just a second. Once I make sure I've accounted for everyone on this map, I believe I have. Okay. So, Amu, as you do that, off in the distance, you hear the lightning and whatnot, and there's a spin of air and stuff in that distance. And like this is, you know, 100,000, 1,000 or so feet away. It's pretty far away.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then you notice that the whirlwinds and things and shifting like tornado like air structures that have been spinning the island you're on, we should say. There are some quasi bipedal, except their legs look like air, ladies that seem to just be flying in the general area. You can roll an Arcana check
So that would
to
be
see if you know what they are.
fun. No, no, I do not.
You know they're elementals. You know that much. But usually you would also know that this is, they're higher sentient elementals just by what they look like. For things. Um, we will jump back there. Now that we have both the other two back, we can, once I remember what I did with the thing. Where did I put that back? Oh yeah. Because you guys technically went to the Lapid Lands, sort of like south of the Lapid Lands. With your tree stride escapearoo that you guys did last time. So Amu is still passed the fuck out, and he's being carried by probably one of the other Animaesus by this point. You guys narrowly escaped, if you will, a attack by two robotic creatures. I don't think you guys necessarily. I know Callie sort of knows what they are. I don't think Tenebris actually knows what they are.
Not
Um,
really, no.
and but he knows they were strong and they, but you guys fended them off long enough for the Foxkin Gormonger to use his staff that's still back there, planted in the ground to create a large enough tree so that Jahir, one of the walkers, could cast a tree stride for you guys to go to a tree he's aware of. And he goes to this forest that's very far southwest of your original position. I'm going to bring you to the bigger map now so I can kind of point out where that is. But I'm going to drop Kelly is the first one I see, so I'll drop Kelly. Boop. So you guys are basically in this forest over here, like, but like deep in it, like deep into the forest. So you guys went a pretty decent ways away from your little grasslands that you guys were in for things. So um, to bring us back to that other map, you guys um would have a few moments to like catch your breath and whatnot, and then what does Callie or Tenebris want to do? You have a lot of NPCs with you, so I want to defer to you guys first.
I want to step forward and ask, okay, what did the Nine Hells wear those things?
Everyone looks to Callie,
Um, Callie
and if you
kind of
want,
shrinks back
no, but
and thinks about running, but then turns to Tenebris and says with a sigh, "Ah, that may or may not be my god trying to get me.
Come again?
I am a time sorceress, right?
Yeah?
It doesn't really make sense that someone like me is one, huh? I may or may not be in trouble with the god of this magic. I'm not sure how much I'm willing to divulge anymore, but it seems like I may need help to escape him after all.
Okay, so let me get this straight. They're coming to get you, and you don't want them to get you.
I'd rather them not, yes.
And I suppose there's no time and no way we're going to outrun them forever, so we may at least start devising a strategy for the next encounter. Now that we know at least some of the things they are capable of.
Yeah, we should probably plan our next move of action because I don't think I'm gonna stop.
You think you're what, stuck?
I don't know, but considering he tracked me down here, I'm a little concerned that I can't escape him, and I don't want to cause you guys too much.
um, one of the Animaesus uh speaks up, and then Tenebris only notices what they noticed thereafter, because he was just talking with Callie. But you guys see from the northern part of this path, a few hundred feet away from you by this point, and the trees are blocking immediate view, but there is another party of creatures that's going to eventually come to your position. Uh, so there's murmuring amongst the NPCs about whether or not we stay here or to meet them, or do we need to break away and be hidden? What do we want to do by this point? And Jahir seems to know where he is for the most part, but he's like, dwarves have been known to travel these lands in the south. This is where I'm from, so first thing to come to mind. We can travel again relatively soon, but um, the question is, do we want to return back to where we were?
I don't know. Do we? It sounds not exactly smart to return back to those creatures. Or constructs or whatever they were.
Mhm. Well,
Not
there you
sure
go.
where to go at this point.
Well, Jahir will continue to speak to Langston as one of the, I guess, high-ranking members. Maybe the locals can help us with at least some rest tonight. I could use another tree stride now, and we could return to a different part of the forest. Uh, we're not going to get very close to the Lapid lands. There are not many trees large enough to accommodate. At least none that I know of, especially a party of this size. So we may want to. You are wizards and sorcerers and other. Can we teleport?
We would be able to, yes. However, the spell is limited to 8 people.
Ah. And he
You need
obviously
to.
looks over at your children when you say that.
Wait, what?
No, his head gestures over to your three quote unquote children when you say people, as he's obviously you can pick up with your insight. He's seeing who would be most likely picked to be those eight. You know what I mean? That's kind of what he's doing with that gesture.
They count just as much as you and I do. Don't even start.
Well, nevertheless, Gormonger, the little guy, they're getting closer. I don't know if having a bunch of almost looking drow is a good thing to be in these lands. You do make a point. You do stand out. Elves are not common, especially a party of six. Uh, Drawing more attention. I they're getting closer. What do we do? And Jahir is getting ready to hide in the bushes.
Ah, I suppose we hide.
All right. I would like a group stealth check. I will roll with the NPCs.
You
Aether.
need. Oh,
I
how do I walk?
you go in your it's in your character page. It's on the left side. As long as
I
you
know my whole War 20 disappeared from my screen, so I'm not sure what happened. Give me 1 second.
uh,
Sorry.
probably just need to reload then. Now, I technically don't have inspiration, but and I'm unconscious. But can I roll stealth to not fart?
To not. Did you just say to not fart?
Yes.
That's what she said,
Oh,
yes.
okay. I sure. D&D questions. I love them.
I think Amu holds in his fart reflexively as he is asleep.
It's almost as good as intimidating wooden tomatoes.
I use intimidation to build birdhouse. What? I intimidate the
I don't
wood to
know,
build
guys. They're not. It's
birdhouse.
not looking very good right now, guys. I don't know. Wait, maybe. Wait, maybe. Iron Maiden. Hurry up. Oh, I didn't change
Uh,
the. Oh, I didn't change the name on the sheet. That's what I forgot to do.
I was going to say, what?
I changed the name on the token. I didn't change the name on the sheet.
So Whitesnake is
Uh,
20 and Iron Maiden is 14, yes?
yes. Okay. Um, and then as I let me see. So got one success. We okay, we already checked this. All right, so we got one success.
Damn, just
We got two successes. Uh, we have three successes. Um, okay. So there's that, and then that's one layer, and then okay, so then I can add one, two, it's five. Oh my gosh, guys, that's a horrible check. Like, on the whole, that's not very good. Um,
whose fucking passive are we going up against?
as let me so one, two, three, four, five. Let me count again. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10, 11. And we need Callie's check. So there's 11, and then
I mean,
seven. Four of them passed. Okay, so yeah, Callie's check's not gonna save you. So um, you guys see a Animaesus quote unquote adventuring party, if you will, that begin to come into the little clearing here, following the path. And when they get to about here, the Testadine that's at the front, uh, he stops and puts his staff out in front of others to, um, like, get everyone behind him to stop. And the little hummingbird guy and Poomthera, who were in conversation, stop talking and grab towards belts and things to ready themselves at that kind of warning. And the other Testadine comes up and they, in like a duo, put their hands on the ground, one hand on the ground, and kind of stop there. And they speak in a language I don't think any of you understand because it's Testadine. Um, and they hint to, with their body language, that they're preparing themselves for what they perceive to be an ambush. Um, they don't know your intentions, but they don't want to be taken by surprise. So, the larger, if you will, Testadine will step forward and he will roll a intimidation check to say, "You are not as sneaky as you think you are. We see you. You are in lands well aware of our people, and the ground speaks to us. We know your movements. Now we wish to know your intentions. Will you stand and clearing or continue to hide like bandits? And if so, he begins to prepare a spell. So, Tenebris, Kaly, what do you do?
I'd say, dude, take a hint. We're obviously not hiding from turtles.
uh, that's funny. You're still hiding, which is concerning. And now that you say you're hiding for what? This is strange. You are very bad at being bandits.
That's because we are not bandits. Look,
Yeah.
hands in
When
the
you
air,
step out,
no weapons.
when you when you step out, they all call you a drow. They don't understand the difference.
I'm not a drow. Look at me. I'm a little bit purple. It's the lighting, I swear.
I have seen a purple drow.
He's not a drow, though.
Still, these lands are not for foreigners. We ask that you return north or continue on your way south.
I will defer to those who know these lands better than I do. Stop hiding. It's weird now.
Uh, the two other quote unquote walkers that have been with your group come out. Um, your three trio come out and ready themselves. Aether flies over to land on the route over here, and Goremonger with Pio keep the unconscious Amu still kind of back in the bushes. Um, Lord Gravitas, who is in more injured than normal, is just gonna stay hidden just in case. Um, and once these two come out, they step forward kind of in parallel to you, and in uh Sylvan, they talk to the two Testadine. Do you understand Sylvan?
Yeah, but oh, wait, do I? Let me double check. I do. I do speak so.
Okay. Um, they will say, we met these Fae in the city of Salt, and we were coming here, escaping a great threat. The dwarves and others, not these, he is I don't know what kind of elf he is, but he's not a drow. The sunlight has no effect on him, it seems. From far away, their power is intense. We thought it would be something to bring to um, Elitst and the other walkers' attention, something to aid in the coming fight. We all know the dwarves have, and there's murmuring among the others, and the little Trokiel is like, the dwarves are marching upon the High King's Haven. The Lapids are trying to form a defense, it seems, but the pressure of these foreigners has disorganized some. A militia is being called for, but it will take some time before there are enough numbers with enough strength to oppose them. but we're hoping to flank them against the city itself, which, of course, seems to be their goal. The beast, like all, they wish to have its resources. Well, I do think you will be allowed some time, the older Tessardine. They, within these lands, seeing how you have other Animaesus that speak for you. But do know that your bearing and your look will make many of the locals nervous. The
I
drow have been,
am well aware.
you are impatient too. The drow have been in these lands for the last few years, creating chaos and turmoil, paying off gnolls, and birthing monstrosities. Some would say they were paving the way for these dwarves. You have been warned. Do not cross the walkers. Jahir, I expect you to know these things. I have heard you before, Archdruid of the Grass. I know of your reputation. There's kind of a nod between the Animaeus and things, and he goes back to the other group, and there's some conversation in Sylvan that hint towards the Trokill being the quickest is going to break away from them and uh, pretty much go inform people of what's out here, and then they are gonna like leave you be and pass by um, for things. Only because you had the Archdruid Jahir with you. Doesn't seem like that would happen. They all give you this look, and that the Poomthera, whom you're pretty sure you could like kick his butt in a fight, because I'm just gonna be honest, he doesn't think that, but he like gives you this look that he wishes he could like kill you, like just because you look like an elf. Like there is the Drow have tainted for generations the idea of what an elf is to the Animaeus. Like they don't. It's gonna take a long time before they see it otherwise. With everything they've elves have done, as well as I think the rumors that have started to boil from, the city itself, from what has happened with Falwyn and, you know, even Birdman with these elves that are controlling the beasts and the resources and whatnot. Um, Nevertheless, Jahir would give you a long drawn look before he motions back to the tree. I do think we should leave as soon as possible. I can take you, and then we must get to this force as soon as possible. I wish Amu would awaken.
No, no, no. I do agree. I would love to get some.
I still, I know I cannot get extremely close to the Lapid lands with what my knowledge provides, so we need, I guess, some sort of idea for strategy. I'm gonna bring you guys back to the world map. For things. So I need to rearrange
Oh,
that.
is that where we intercept the stragglers from the previous war? All right.
Intercept which stragglers?
From the Dwarven army, because there's probably been some that escaped, right?
I don't know what you mean by escaped.
I thought that was the one and same Dwarven army thing that we fought before, where we got the.
You timeline wise, that's like literally happening in 2 days.
Oh, okay, okay. time is gonna be a
because
little bit fucked.
yeah, you guys like went back. We've been trying to play catch up for a while, um, for things, but nevertheless, the point I'm getting to is you guys know that the army is getting to the High King's Haven, but that is still by foot for you guys 4 or 5 days away from where you currently are teleported. The Linkson saying he could teleport you closer to the edge of the forest, and that would get you save a day or two, perhaps, depending on the speed. The only other option he has for like another tree that he's aware of that he is big enough would he'd have to go further north, and then it's kind of a similar issue for some of those things too. The only other option is to literally teleport right back where you were, where Gormonger's staff is still planted, um, for things that be as close as you possibly could be, for things. So that's how the druids could solve this without Amu. They would also say, maybe Amu would have another idea, but he's asleep. So, um,
Oh god.
do the other two casters, well, the other like three casters, have anything that they would like to suggest?
Not really the teleport for me, but again, not really a competent appeal. So maybe the tree strider could take down 4 out of 12, I think we are. 4, 5 out of 12, 15, 13, something along those lines. Tree stride first, and then maybe send a telepathic image so that we can envision where we're going with a teleport.
I mean, that really wouldn't even be necessary, because then you would just end up in the same location.
I know the warrior was with a tree big enough, so if we
Well,
don't go to that tree,
well, what he means by tree stride has a specific size of a tree that needs for a focal point. So if the tree isn't large enough for a medium creature to get through, it can't be used. That's what the spell means. So so there are
oh,
trees in the Lapid lands, but they're too small for a portal of medium size, because it has to be medium size. It can't be any smaller. That's what he means by the spell. So he could
okay, that complicates things.
yeah, he could tree stride all of you, but but if the tree is too small, then he can't do it at all.
Mm. Yeah, then I don't know. I really don't know. Could try a teleport by pure chance, but that has the chance for that to misfire is just too high.
Come on, come on.
He could end up in the middle of the South Dwarven Empire. Who knows?
Well, no, you won't go that far. Like the way teleport works, if I remember correctly, for a mishap is it's based upon the actual distance you travel. So if you only the shorter distance you travel, the shorter distance you'll be thrown off. So, but if you travel like that's why it's so dangerous. Like, so literally, if you travel from one plane to the other and you get a mishap, then it's like, well, then no, teleport's in the same plane, isn't it? All right, well, nevertheless. Uh, nevertheless, yeah. Like literally, if you travel on the other side of the world and it's a mishap, literally you have half a world that you could literally be thrown at. So, but if you travel 50 miles, that's usually something like around 50 miles that you could be thrown around.
Then it's welcome to the rice fields, motherfucker.
So, um,
Yeah, it has to be the same plane of existence. So
yeah, that's why the plane shift exists. Now that I remember. So, nevertheless, um,
if you're trying to get here, that's 150 miles of potential mishap. So
Yeah.
Well, the only other option is to hoof it. Like, the druids can turn you into like eagles and shit again, and you could fly really fast, but still you would the way that would line up, like I thought like the Storm of Vengeance group, which you guys are a part of, they were trying to get to the main dwarven crew army before they got to the city of Salt. So there's that. Um,
yeah, so we were always
so you're not going to do that if you go by foot or by wing, even if you fly there, you're not going to get there in enough time to do that. So because the dwarven army is that the main dwarven army, if I remember correctly, I think I marked it with that blue dot.
would make
I
sense.
think, I think that's what it is. Like literally, they're like 3, 4 days away from the city of Salt. And then there was the smaller part of their army that went north to take care of the Lapids.
Decisions.
Now this is,
Okay.
you guys were trying to escape, but when you flee the seed, you create chaos in another way. So, especially when it's like I was just like, what else do we do? Yeah. Oh, I looked at the guy's sheet and I was like, yeah, he has something that can turn into a tree. Otherwise, it would just be you guys teleporting, which would be you'd be having to do the same thing twice, I guess. But what do you want to do?
Eagle into a big enough tree, maybe? No. We just go make chaos take the world and teleport.
Let chaos take the world and teleport.
Is
All right.
everybody on board?
We're speak now, forever hold your peace, I guess. Um, Let me see. Jahir. We'll see what other option do we have. Grary just warns you. I don't want. Just don't kill me, Elf. Aether tightens his belt. Is like, all right, let's get going. Your children do the thing. Um, Callie, do you have any opinions, positive or negative, about randomly teleporting in a direction and possibly having a mishap that throws you in a different direction?
No, I'm pretty much on top of anything at this point.
Right. I love riding the wave. Can you post teleport so I can remind myself of the idiosyncrasies? And the question now remains, I'm going to go back to the other map. The question now remains, because you did bring this up, it is true. You only can take so many people.
8 people.
So many peoples with you. So the discussion needs to come to whom is going and whom is staying.
I'm checking my siblings, obviously. So it only leaves 4 spots.
It, mm,
Was it me and 8 other people?
yeah, you went up to 8 other people, so
Okay, then
You
at
can
least
take
5 spots. Oh no,
okay.
still 4, because not 4.
Jahir steps forward. He's one of the guys that's gonna cast Storm of Vengeance. He's like, well, this is the whole reason why I came. Uh, okay. Uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Rary is gonna step forward because he's like the whole reason why he came is to protect Jahir. Um, Aether was coming here to represent things. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, and then Kaly. Pio doesn't want to leave Amu, and Goremonger isn't so sure about this whole idea at all. After everything that's happened, you can tell he just kind of like refuses to step forward during all of that, as he's just like taken aback by everything that's happened. Uh, so PCs speaking now or forever hold your peace.
I I honestly was gonna say if I need to be left behind, I was okay with that because I kind of got everyone into this mess.
I mean,
Nah, but do the gravity reverse. Are you useful? You're coming.
but to be fair though, you would definitely see like yeah, Pierre's not gonna leave his brother. I mean, Goremonger is refusing, so you're the only person left available. So
Well, the only other idea is if someone wanted to say, "Hey, one of those guys take the place." So Goremonger's a pretty powerful druid. So there's that. Pio is a pretty powerful monk. Uh, is the only other one that can cast Storm of Vengeance other than Jahir. So part of the plan that was here without Amu would be something that comes to mind, but that would be two spots because I doubt Pio would want to just stay here by himself. But nevertheless, if anyone wants to speak to that, otherwise cast the spell, Tenebris.
Already did. 77.
You don't roll it. It says GM rolls it. So
Oh,
so fuck your
yeah,
77.
yeah. Okay. So now the second question, so I can start to do some math. Um, if I need to, is we'll go back to the country map. Where are you trying to exactly teleport?
to the devil.
Where was that? I'm sorry.
To the Netherlands.
Yeah, but like, where specifically? Like, how many
Uh,
miles? Like, that's like 100 miles different that you're circling around there. So like,
but
oh,
I
that's
was going under the assumption that Jahir would try to describe the place, so we could try to teleport.
Weir is not from the Lapid Lands. He's a forest dude. Nevertheless, so Jahir doesn't have any knowledge of that area. He was coming along because you needed help, because Amu needed help with the Storm of Vengeance, and he liked the idea. So you're literally like going there based upon like a very casual description. So let's see it.
Let's go to jazz description and like I don't know, 155, 151 miles goes fuck it.
151 miles, cuz fuck.
Yes. Original 151.
Okay. Okay.
Going full stupid already, might as well go all out.
Man, I can't wait for a rift in the space-time continuum to boot you the fuck out.
Oh well, new character.
Everyone just dies. Everyone gets ripped in half.
Actually, that's kind of like worse in some ways. Um,
Oh, fuck.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Um, hmm, hmm. I, ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay.
Someone inform the
I
Power Rangers.
Okay, because of that, we're going to. Okay. Um, the imagery I'm gonna say from this is goodness. There's like so many ways this could go. Like there's so many different ways this could go. Okay. So the teleport has the mishap, and that's what I was referring to earlier. Like it's like a, you know, there's a chance you just get thrown off by a percentage and then off target. That's the thing I was thinking about, right? And then mishap is like a chance, like you just re-roll on the thing. And then I forgot about this other option called similar area. And similar area is like even more fucking crazy for these things. That's why it's just like there's so many goddamn options. So
all just so close to.
Greed, I would like you to roll a D100 to see how close you get to the D100 I just rolled to determine if you go somewhere or somewhere else. For things. So
Oh.
Well, this is either going to be fun or bad or both.
it's also like how much do I want to fuck this up too? Um oh my eyes.
Right.
All right. Well, I'm gonna say
Off target was the hope. But,
that hmm,
there is technically a chance for everyone to be
yeah,
turned to shit.
I'm just gonna I apologize. There's like 72 things I'm having to consider now that I wasn't considering like 10 minutes ago.
I mean,
Um,
first it was the fucking Feywild, then it's the fucking airplane. So, fuck it. Whatever at this point. it's it's greeting Kali's turn now.
Next, we're going to land on the issue of the free merchants guild or something.
no, that's what it should be. I know what it is. Ah, and it's
Okay.
hilarious, and I love it, and it's gonna
Welcome.
happen, and it's gonna do it, and we're gonna do it, and this is gonna be. So give me 1 second.
Welcome to the
I knew
Dragon
it.
Clans, motherfucker.
Not yet. Okay. So
Okay, so you guys teleport to grasslands. You're no longer in a forest, so baby steps. Um, it seems not as hilly as you expected it to be in so many words. And there is uh, like the clouds seem a little more clear than what has been going on with where you guys have been. Um, and I would like a survival check from Tenebris. I'll give you advantage because of your trio, and then uh, Callie, you can roll survival. I'll give you advantage because there's a couple other Animaesus near you. But more than likely, it's going to be Jair. No, he's not proficient in survival, so there you go. Nope. Oh,
Well,
okay. Well,
That was for Kaly. 47 with advantage.
oh, okay. Um, okay. I don't know why Callie would know this, but they figure it out with their check. Um, you guys are somewhere south of the city of Salt in the grasslands that lean into the lands of the Califera or the Calioptids. Um, and above you, you hear, as you're getting your bearings, all of you, this loud, like screech noise, from some sort of eagle thing or whatnot. But the noise of it bellows, twice afterwards, almost in like a response call echo from other creatures. They're not pointed at you or give a crap about you, but they are flying towards the city, north towards the city of Salt, and you generally get that impression that you could eventually get your way north to the city of Salt, but it would take some time. Um, it would seem, and um, these bird things are huge. I would like Tenebris, who has the only one in this group that has a chance to actually hit the DC to roll a perception check.
Oh lord. Um,
I'm juiced.
do you think it's like a foresight up?
Yep. Okay. You need to hit 25. Most others in the group couldn't hit 25. So you see up in the sky, right, these giant birds, and they're freaking huge. And then you remind yourself of Fallen, and he had one, his great eagle bird, his rock that was there's a trio of them. And that's weird in of itself, yes. But astride them are giants, like three giant kin. They are going to they're flying towards the city of Salt and they're going to take advantage, obviously, these giant bandits of the city and take what's, pilfer, you know, loot, whatever, is your initial gut. And there's probably, yeah, so you have that knowledge. You're off target, but you're in a slightly better position to where you needed to be than before in some ways. What do you want to do?
Say to the group. 3 giants. That could be quite fun. Do you want to take them on?
The group that's with you, your children all like, yeah, let's do it. They don't understand what this means. They've never faced a giant before. The Rary and Jahir, are both like, no, we need to regroup as soon as possible. This is quite troubling. This information, like Jahir just seems very frustrated on the whole. He probably will not join you if you attack these things. So that doesn't mean you couldn't.
Mm. I just ask. Then what do you suggest we do?
Jahir looks around, and I am not familiar with these lands, other than stories. There may be a. We. I say we need to make our way north. Let's start traveling north, and maybe we can find something to aid us. Unless we. I don't want to suggest this, but we could try again if you're able.
Let us go by foot or in eagle form, perhaps this time. We are quite lucky we didn't end up somewhere else entirely. Teleport to a location previously unseen. Isn't that something to be trifled with? And quite frankly, I don't know why I did it in the first.
He sighs, and he's just like, this plan has failed. I fear we will arrive too late. Gather round, gather round. And he starts to change you all into giant eagles as long as you're willing.
Yeah, sure.
And you all soar off. I was hoping Birdman would be back by this time, but it's okay. Uh, you guys start to soar off northwest. You would be able to. You can. That's Eagles can go pretty fast, to be sure, as they're flying. For things, but you need to roll me another D100, either Kaly or um Tenebris. Okay. You no.
I love the subtle implication from the I don't know why I did this being I was gambling with our fucking lives. Oh.
Precisely, yes.
Okay. Well, you guys were able to fly quite a bit of time before you would have to land, and you would sort of be very back near this edge of the city. Um, you would be witnessing the aftermath of the Tarask already kind of stomping through this area, and you would be not see the Tarask. He's not in eyesight by any means, but he's like you guys would be within another. If you wanted to push yourself another hour, you would be able to be close enough to him. You'd have to roll a perception or survival check to see if you wanted to find the Tarask, aka Birdman. But there you would like be coming behind on that trail towards the end of the day when you guys would need to, you know, take a long rest, basically.
Hey, speaking of the bird,
Thanks.
I'm here.
Hey, man. Um,
Excellent
so
timing.
okay. So does the group, I guess, want to roll Constitution saves versus exhaustion to potentially catch up with Birdman and the Tarask again, or are you just gonna take a rest and continue on to try to find the army? Because Birdman's not going to the army,
uh,
if I
I,
remember correctly.
I should make mention. You know, if you try to hoof it and you're flying, if you don't spot that Tarask within 1 mile or beyond a mile, you're gonna find out real quickly how close you are.
True.
Yes.
Anti-flying technology, dude.
I'd say we rest up a bit.
Okay.
Concentration on eagle form can be held for 24 hours, so I suppose just concentrating alone isn't gonna impede the rest.
No, no,
No, if you sleep, you can't concentrate. That's different.
it's a level
What's
8
different?
spell. It's not that big of a deal.
Okay, so you guys, all right.
It's a long rest or a short rest? Because if it's a
Long,
long rest, I'm gonna renew foresight.
long rest, unless you want to be exhausted.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys travel for 8 hours. Okay,
8 hours,
so
then I gotta take off for.
Kaly and Tenebris will do a long rest. Um, which would eventually. Okay, so Keo and Gormonger would eventually. Oh goodness. They would find a place to rest, I think. Probably some miles away from that spot. Until Amu awakes. Uh, right. Okay, well, um, Birdman, they've they've done many things, and it's only been 2 hours. So, many things have happened. Many things have happened. So, um, Amu's in his dream astral plane, spirit world, whatever he's doing right now. Um, and he is on a spinning rock, and um, we left off with him about to engage with some things. After he persuaded the dragon to sacrifice his kidney, maybe his spleen, to create a tuning fork for a plane shift spell. Because dragons are directly attuned to the material plane as uh per our previous adventures with dragon hearts and things. Um the windstorm and things picked up after they got some rest. And that, yeah, the windstorm was caused by this group of elemental bandits, if you will. A little more complicated than that, but in simplest terms now. Kaly and Tenebris, they tree strided last time to get the fuck away from some Maruts that were trying to kill them all. And with the help of the other druids that are with them. But Amu is still passed out, and they're kind of dragging him around. And then they meet with this adventuring party, if you will, a group of walkers that are in the local area, and with the help of the druid, Animaesus convinced them to turn away and not pay attention that there's a strange group of foreigners traveling in these lands. Then they just try to teleport to a place they've never actually been to try to continue to get back on track. And it rolled for similar area, which brought them to grasslands that were somewhat similar, but not the exact place that they wanted to go to nearby. So then they turned into giant eagles with the help of their druid friends and flew for 8 hours to try to get back on track. Now they're kind of close to where you are, was where we left you and the Taras sleeping still in the swamplands outside the city of Salt. With that knowledge in mind, Birdman he was passed out for a long time as he did his weird dream thing. And the Tarrasque has continued its way west, more or less following the river by this point. And following a bright light, this little elemental creature through the sky that you kind of talked to in your dream a little bit last session for things. So, not much. Come on, racism is always in D&D.
All right, bro.
That's how it works. Nevertheless, we're gonna pick up there, but I need to go use the restroom real quick, so I'm gonna go do that, and then we'll continue. So, give me 1 second.
Good. I need an alcoholic beverage.
God,
Hang on.
Why can't I mute?
It's 1 p.m., dude.
yeah,
I got it. Yeah, it's not weird.
yeah. I just
it.
remembered I was going to do that fucking workout game that we did so long ago. But there hasn't been any nat 1s and nat 20s, so well, I guess I mean
That was not a game. I think that was terrorist strike on my body. That was not a game. What I thought was going to be a nice little harmless bit of exercising turned into
a fucking nightmare.
a Herculean trial. Yeah.
I mean, who could have
That
known?
may have also been the most net once in 20
Who could have known?
in a
Indeed, bro.
while.
Who could have known? Indeed, but it just it's fucked up that that's the day we decided to do it. It's just like I'm doing crunches, dying, trying to role play.
It's like nat 20, nat 20,
I can't do that, man.
nat 20.
Fuck. All right, you roll a perception check. Oh, let me guess what this one's gonna be. Oh, there it is.
Oh boy, not a net 20. Joy.
It was like all the skill checks. Nat 20, nat 20, nat 20. Combat, nat 1, nat 1, nat 1. Okay, so I'm gonna roll damage while you're doing 50 push-ups. What the fuck, bro?
And then I was like, well, I gotta do
I come back and my arms
too.
I come back, I put my headphones back on, I'm like, okay, my arms are noodles, and he goes, cool, so is your leg. He fucking chopped your leg off. What the fuck? You know what else is a noodle? You just got fucking stabbed in the back. Oh, cool.
Because it's easy and it does a lot of damage.
I think that was that session I was fighting that blood monk too, so he just kept like punching me in the face and Vladimir sucking me off the whole fight. I shoot him 3 times in the stomach. Cool, great. He runs up to you, punches you 3 times, and then steals your blood and heals for like 20 HP. Fuck. And I have to do 20 crunches? What the fuck?
Oh, that was... God, that was just hilarious.
Physical exercise, man. What the fuck?
If we did it every week, we would be ripped as fuck.
Yeah, we were like, oh yeah, we could do that every week. Absolutely not. We decided, nah.
I mean, it was just because that one...
Yeah, it was fun while it lasted, but this is a really good experience for some of us.
If it wasn't for how much it happened in the one session, we probably could have done it every week. We probably would have been like, yeah, we can keep doing this.
We all were like, oh yeah, this was a great experience. Let's never do this again.
And it was quite literally every other roll.
I love that.
Net 1, net 20, net 1, net 20.
I love that.
Shit.
Don't call me. Don't fucking call me tomorrow.
I cannot even pick up the phone.
I love it. I have to go.
If I wanted to.
Do not call me tomorrow. I will be a rectal.
Yeah.
I will be on my bed doing nothing. Thank you very much.
I'm going to put my hand in my pants and stare at the ceiling fan for 6 hours while I cry about my legs being in pain. I cannot feel them.
Oh fuck.
Ow.
Because I was like, oh yeah, I just remembered. Wait, it was like, because it wasn't just, because I was thinking this time it was just gonna be like, okay, it's like a nat 20, I'll do 10 push-ups. Nat 1, I'll do 20 push-ups. But right, because it was like push-ups, sit-ups, and crunches, all for each one. It was either that or it was alternating.
I think it was alternating.
I think it literally was like every nat 1 is 10 crunches and every nat 20 is 10 push-ups. It was like, okay, that's fine. I could do that.
No, because squats.
I could do
that.
Oh yeah, and we did like squats with everything.
Yeah, I can do that. No, I couldn't fucking do it.
Why have you done this?
I just gave up halfway through because I just couldn't anymore. It was my fucking idea.
What episode is that, dude? I need to go back and watch that episode.
I don't remember.
I don't think that episode has been aired yet.
To
be honest with you,
because I remember specifically, it was back when I was living at my house before I moved. So, because I specifically remember it was back when I was living in a house and not.
We just get a super cut of all of us complaining about the physical exercise that whole session.
Here's what makes it most fun. I was already like sort of exercising back then, and then Greed brought the idea up of, hey, do you want to do this during the session? I'm like, cool, yeah, that sounds fun. And then we were just planning to but then you were like, oh, hey, yeah, I'll join in.
I could do that. Fuck off.
And then I was like, look, I'm just going to be a total masochist. Even if it's like on the damage dice, I see a 1, I'll still fucking do it. You both were like, fuck no.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I think by the time we had decided that, I had already done like 100. I'm like, I'm not doing that. That sounds crazy. I'm in a bush. You wake up in a bush.
Well, it's either that or you wake up in a stomach.
Well over 150 of each exercise. That was insane.
I do not know what fucking session that was.
Oh. That was a lot. That's a long fucking time ago.
Yeah.
A lot of alcohol has been consumed between then and now.
At least
a
year. At least a year.
That's how you gauge the time is, how much alcohol consumption.
Has been consumed in the past.
Not minutes, not years, not days. No
Been
consumption.
a lot of brain cells killed in that year. A lot
Uh,
of brain cells gone.
Mom said it's my turn on the brain cell.
Yeah, you can have it today. I have to roleplay Birdman, so you can have it.
Hell yeah.
well,
I don't like the sessions when Birdman holds the brain cell. That's all I'm gonna say.
Birdman. Okay, so I'm trying to remind myself of what I meant to do.
I'm here.
Uh, yeah, okay. Where's you? Did I make her? No, I did not. Nope, she would not know that. Okay. Almo.
Oh,
Not
I like
Almo.
you zoom out and
Birdman.
there's the tail.
Yep. You're like over there.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you're like down here. It's okay, so I've debated for a long time, and I don't think the Trask needs to sleep, but it likes to sleep, I think is what it is. So like
Yeah, sleep's
it's
pretty
like
cool.
it was like asleep
Sleep
for
is
like
good.
300 years. So it's like that's the norm. And then prior to that, it was asleep for like thousands of years. So I think that's just like it's just and it enjoys its rest.
I mean,
Um,
yeah, if I was the greatest beast in all of the realms, I'd get really tired of walking.
yeah. So like it keeps doing the thing, but like I imagine nighttime when it gets really dark, there's less care about those things. Um, but Birdman, you're a trance person now. You don't actually like sleep, you like we do your weird meditation thing. Um, Birdman, I'm gonna roll a d4. Yeah, I'll roll a d4. Okay. Near the end of your trance in this, and Birdman is slightly ahead in time, so to speak. So that's why I asked the question earlier to Tenebris if you were going to go to them, because then we'd have to do like some weird rewind of time. But Birdman is slightly ahead, because like Birdman would like be still unconscious, kind of thing, with where you guys were. But by this point, we can just run with it. Near the end of your trance, you wake up. We like will open one of your eyes, I imagine, as you for a moment think like the sun's coming up like way too early, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? Um, and you see in the horizon a bright light, that kind of drew the attention of the Jurassic before. The creature you presume you met in your dream, for the briefest moment for things.
Gotta build a dick. And, on
And
this dick, there's some
she
holes in it. You gotta put some caulk in the
is
holes.
Last
hovering
time on episode
over the
56.
I don't know if I
wooded,
agree, man.
swampy area that you are resting at, above the Trask. The Trask hasn't noticed her yet. Um, and not hovering, sorry, because she can't fly.
Okay, then
She's
why does only
walking
4
through the
stick?
grass and
Fifth,
swamps and stuff,
peace,
and
and
like
love.
burrowing
We
I don't know when the
slowly
start
last
through
time
that,
in
and
here
Yu-Gi-Oh!
like
was.
is one,
we
and it's
started with
like it looks
Amu.
like this like weird fish, if you will, like in the water as it gets like closer and
Okay,
closer to the Trask.
so
Um, Birdman, what do you do?
Is it like swimming up to the Tarask?
Oh
Like,
yeah.
hey, come find me. I will go. Can I? Okay. I have a feeling I'm gonna get hurt if I try to pick this fish up out of the water. I don't know why. I'm just imagining her like in fish form, and me just walking over to the water and just being like, "Hey, what the fuck?" Like, I'm just fly fishing in the the thing. Like, huh? Then I'm doing karate chops in the swamp, trying to like, "Hey, did I meet you in my dream?" You know. So I approach it, not cautiously at
Um,
all.
what's your swim speed?
30.
Okay. Then I need.
45. Actually, that's a lie. It's 45.
Okay, that's way
Because
different.
it's my move speed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's 45. I'm fast as fuck, dude. Turns out.
Okay. Okay. 45.
Yeah.
Then I would like yeah, athletics check.
Athletics. Oh no.
Let's swim.
For
Okay.
swimming. Fuck.
You are unable to grab the fish, so to speak, and you realize it's not even a fish as you get closer and closer to it. She's just like swimming in that way, right? And she is going to encircle around you in the water, and you are going to need to roll a strength save.
A strength save. What the hell? Oh no.
Can you breathe in water? Yeah, you're
Yes.
amphibious. So you just start to get encircled and restrained in the water.
Oh,
The pressure from it, you take let me roll.
wait a minute. Am I being restrained or grappled?
Yes.
Hey, I have advantage on those. Because I have this.
Oh yeah. All right. All right.
Oh
All right.
yeah. Let's go. I roll it again. It's still a 14.
Okay.
Fuck. Damn it.
You take you take 13 bludgeoning
How?
and
Is that halved?
you
Or is it already halved?
that's already half.
Okay.
Okay. You take 13 bludgeoning and you get kind of like encircled around by the water, and there's like a face that appears into the water with these like speckles of light that's like really small in front of you. And she was so much bigger in the dream. She was just like this towering like giant almost, and she looks confused and looks you up and down and is just in Elvish, because that's what she sees. In Elvish, she says, "How did we share that dream?"
I have no idea. Why are you? I have no idea. Let me go.
Why?
Can we talk? I don't know. Can we talk? Like in
Not
IRL?
talk,
In the real life?
but you are the shadow and I am the light.
Yeah, but you suck at your job. You're gonna piss him off.
You suck at your job more.
No.
Yes,
No.
maybe.
I know you are, but what am I?
I am the light and you're the dark.
I know you are, but what am I?
She shocks you. And you take 21 lightning.
Uh. Why?
Shut up. Stop talking. You're not supposed to be
Why?
able to talk. You're supposed to be like an evil elf, and you're an elf, but you're
Yeah,
not.
but I'm not. Yeah, but I'm not evil. You're the evil one here. You just shocked me.
I didn't shock you. Shut up.
You literally just shocked me. Ah!
I need a conversation.
Okay, can I escape being grappled before she like I just swim out of
Yeah.
the fire?
You
Like
can
get away from
roll.
me.
You can roll a. Um. Yes, you can roll an escape check.
I don't need to roll an escape check. I would like to escape.
Oh, that's right, the unfettered. Okay, so
I
you
would
just
like
like
You just use
Stop
your
it.
action to push out, and then there's
Yeah.
this little thunderclap behind you that sounds like a weird fart in the water as you escape. And she's like, "How'd you do? What?
I am the dark.
Get
I'm fast. I'm the dark. I'm the shadow, and you're the light. I am under you and everywhere and around you. Fuck you.
that? Well, uh, she there's like the water
The
like
space that
shoots
you
at
don't take up, I take up.
the water shoots at you and like permeates into like weird tendrils, and she casts a version of web and tries to like grab you again.
Round 2. Fight.
God damn it. You dodge under the water out of the web, and she's just like, I'm supposed to catch the light and the darkness. I'm confused. Why are
Don't you know?
you?
You don't know how dark and light work?
Well, I'm the light, you're the dark, but now you're acting like the light, and I feel like I'm the dark. That's not how it should work.
Well, actually, if you really want to think about it in the most fucked up way, if you really think that the light is the most important part of the darkness, why is there so much darkness and not enough light? I'm the yin to
Sanity
your
save?
yang, brother.
That sounds like a sanity save. Okay, she passes.
She has the sanity save. She's like, oh fuck, I didn't think about it.
Okay.
I am everything that you're not,
So,
but we're the same, kind of, ish. I think.
except you need like food and stuff, and
No, I don't, but I do.
what?
Well,
Okay.
actually, I don't. I've been consuming. I think I've been eating people. Like, it comes to the realization of like, oh no, what am I? Okay, I
Okay.
do need food. Well, technically, that would still, it still holds up in court, man. If you don't need food, that means that I would need food. So then, if I don't need food, does that mean that you do need food?
Um,
Johnny Depp hands in the water.
uh, I don't know. You talk a lot.
I do.
Uh, it's
I talk when I get nervous.
she like in the water. You see like icicles and things start to form around her, and she is freezing the water around to uh slow you a little bit and just also like imply, okay, well, I had another dream and I need to go inside. And she points at the beast.
You need to go inside. So why didn't you just ask? I would have just taken you inside. You didn't need to shock me.
Well,
I feel like if we're gonna be
I
business
had
partners,
another
I have to make a
dream.
good first impression, and you're not doing a good job.
Well, I was told I had to take care of the shadow of the beast. That it needed to stop.
Yeah, but you you must think you're talking to the last Shadow of the Beast. You should have met that guy. Oh, jeez.
I didn't know there was more than one.
It's weird. It's all very complicated.
Okay, well,
All right, so how do you want to swim in? Do you want to go through the skin? Do you want to go through the nose? Do you want to just go straight through his mouth? Do you want to like go up his butthole? Like, what do we want to do? What's the point of entry?
you're not going to stop me.
I mean, I have to go with you.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like I should go with you. Like, I can take you on
Mm.
a tour. Do you want a tour?
Well, you don't really need to go with me.
Well, I'm
Like,
going to because I don't trust you because you suck. So
see if you can follow something you can't see.
Okay.
She turns
I
invisible.
I have blind sight. 10 feet. So I can. In fact, see,
You need to keep up with her.
I
Here's
can
the
do
thing
that.
now. So she has a speed that's slightly higher than yours, just slightly, as she runs on the ground. But you can keep up with her, because you can dash and do crazy things. So you end up getting, and
Everywhere that she's at, I'm just like, what's up?
she just tries to dodge you. She goes to the nostrils, you get out of the way. She goes to the other nostril, you get in the way. She tries to go to the mouth, you're there. She goes back to the nostril, then she goes to the butt, you're there. She goes back to the nose. She's just like, "Ah, well, you just ah."
You know what's funny is actually you're making this more difficult than it needs to be. You're the one being shady, which is usually not how this is supposed to go. So who's acting like the darkness now, fool?
Well, you don't seem to understand your purpose.
No, my purpose is to lead the shadow. It's to lead the beast to eat the sun. It's very simple actually. It's what I was told to do.
You
It
know,
seems like you're the one that doesn't know what you're supposed to be doing. Like you seem lost as hell. Being locked up in a tower will do that to you. Trust me, I know. Being locked in a cage makes you want to do some crazy shit.
I'm not.
I ate a rat. So
What?
I didn't need to tell you that. Look, that's unimportant, okay?
Okay, well, here. I need to go. All I know is I need to go inside.
Okay,
Because
why?
there's something that I need to find
What is it?
that is, one of the things like you have a dream and it says you'll know it when you find it.
That makes no sense, but okay. So you're looking for something that's inside of my dog.
It's not a dog.
Well, he's a dog. Trust me. If you would have seen him in the Feywild, he's a dog.
Why didn't you leave him in the Feywild?
I didn't leave him in the Feywild. Look, that's also not important. Okay. What
That
is
is
important?
very, very important.
What's important is that we communicate with each other what it is you need to find, because maybe it is something I'm not supposed to let you find, and maybe uh you know you know it's all formal business.
I don't know. Maybe you've seen it before.
Maybe I've seen a lot of things inside this thing. It eats a
I
lot of
I don't
stuff.
even know. I don't even know what it is. Let me see.
Cool. Well, let me take you to my house, and we can talk more.
Your
So we're not standing
house?
out in the middle. Yeah, that's all. Look, you ask too many questions, man.
You don't have a house. There's no house around here.
He fucking just looks at her with that look of like, we haven't been inside the beast yet. Like he gestures at it, like, come
You
with
haven't been
me,
inside the beast.
and you'll see.
She's rolling another sanity save. She failed. Oh, that passes. That barely
My
passes.
build. I had him eat the building on the inside.
Oh, that's right.
So
Well, now I remember that. She doesn't
well,
know
now
that.
you remember. She doesn't know. It's gonna be really funny when I take her to a
Uh,
random apartment building.
okay. So you go in through the mouth.
Yeah, come on now.
Okay. Get swallowed. Make your way. Find.
You might have to hold on tight to me because no
Okay.
problem.
She
you've already seen she can pretty much just turn into water. So she kind of just does that, and um, you guys are able to. Oh goodness.
Yeah.
Goodness. You used her naivety against her. I hate you.
Get fucked.
And okay, so you traverse the Jurassic to the
Mental
apartment.
warfare.
Where is the apartment in the Jurassic? Like, where did we?
I don't know. Where should it be?
Needs to
Is it
be in
like
a place that
is it like
actually,
is it in the stomach? Like I don't know. Like
well,
off a
it
Jenny
might,
in the stomach? It can't be.
Well, it was
it
somewhere that
needs,
didn't dissolve shit.
Yeah, somewhere where it can't dissolve.
well,
Well,
where would that be? Oh, you want good airflow and whatnot. What if it's in one of the lungs?
oh my god,
Well,
he just has it like it's in his his collapsed lung.
yeah. It's just like you took up like, no, you don't even need that much room in the lung.
Yeah.
It's like one of the bigger cavities, if you will,
Actually
inside
just
the
saved his
body.
life. It's
Uh,
maybe it's propping the collapsed lung up.
yeah,
Like it's
yeah,
stuck in there.
yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be really awkward because it always shakes in there, probably.
It sounds like an old, drafty barn. I like it. Okay. Um,
It does give me access to just jumping out of the window and paragliding, paragliding out though. Oh my god, I've turned into Batman.
okay.
Harassment.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we did time it before when it was breathing that you had to like dive in at the right time so you didn't get like sucked down into the stomach. 'Cause that sucks.
Right, well, now it doesn't matter because now I'll just become the stomach. I am the
Yeah.
stomach acid.
I am the stomach acid. Um, that might be the name of today's section. I don't know.
Nice.
I am the stomach acid. So, um, okay. Brandon,
Well, yeah, too fun.
That's me.
I haven't handed out very many inspirations today. For one. For two, what the F?
What, bro?
Uh, get four.
Hell
Um,
yes, dude.
because yeah. Ember is now being brought to your apartment inside the right lung of the Tarrasque
Yeah,
that you have
I picked up.
restabilized.
Yeah, I picked up a fiery elemental chick. I brought her back to my apartment. We're having a great time.
Okay.
It's cool.
Um, she doesn't find what she's looking for while
Sucks.
you are leaving. To be sure. There is, yeah, you show her around. She's just like, this is weird.
Yeah.
This for sure. The Tarrasque, eventually wakes up, if you will, and Birdman, you notice something that she does not. I will say, because this is why we got for inspiration in some ways. The Tarrasque stands, and that's what it does. Like it's like a stand. It's not moving of its own volition.
Hmm. It's not moving of its own volition.
Mhm.
Like it's just like, is it chill? It's not like on a rampaging destructive.
Not on a rampaging destructive path.
It's just like vibing in the sun.
Yep.
Ah, that tells Birdman and Brandon a lot of things. Like this fool thinks he's supposed to eat the sun, but I'm thinking that he ate the sun. I'm thinking I invited the sun into his body. The sun in quotation marks. Huh. So I think I'm like, yeah, so this is my room. This is where don't mind the dust. This is where we used to have a coffin right here. I used to
Oh,
sleep in it. We had to bury my niece in it. Uh it was really unfortunate
yeah.
that day. This was Cotton's
Oh,
room.
what's a cotton?
She was a pretty cool cat lady. A literal cat lady, not like there were a bunch of cats here. She was like, a cat.
Um,
That's probably why it's.
interesting.
We haven't cleaned it. I haven't seen her in a minute. Maybe I should. Whatever. This is Eros's room. There are. I don't even know if Eros has like been in this room for a really long time. I think he gets like really, like, this is Eros's room, and yeah, this is Eros's room. And Strike used to sleep over there in that corner. This is our furnace that kind of doesn't work. I think it doesn't work now. It might work. I'm kind of scared to light it because lung. Uh, and yeah, this is my favorite window. I like to jump out of it.
Uh,
Yeah.
she goes to the window and looks outside, and the air from the breathing harass kind of hits her, and she looks around confused again. Birdman, I would like a insight check, and then I would like you to declare how long do you stay inside the beast.
Okay. I have to roll this with advantage because I have 7 inspiration and have to spend this one. Wow. And then I don't know. I think it's funny. I think I keep asking her what she's looking for. I'm like, yeah, so like what are you like looking
Mm,
for? Also, like I know you told me your name and like I don't know what your deal is. All I know is you're like a weird
I'm
fire
looking
lady.
for something. Can you show me around?
I mean, I could. I don't think there's any restricted areas unless you're trying to, drink some spinal fluid, but
I don't need to eat anything.
okay. Well, I mean, I'd be down to drink some spinal fluid. Maybe if if you're not busy or anything.
Okay, well, let's go get some spinal fluid.
Okay, that's gonna take a really long time, so I think maybe we should do something else. I think like I don't know. Do you know like what you're looking for in here? Like maybe I'm not trying to help you like find anything that's gonna like blow the world up or whatever, but
Mm, I don't. I don't think that's why I'm here. I just think.
okay. Well, do you know why you're here? I mean, I think we're in this shit together now, so I think like anything that you can tell me that would kind of help me knowing what the hell I'm supposed to be doing. You said I was supposed to be evil, and I'm kind of not into that, so
Well, maybe some.
I mean, I could be evil if you want me to, but
Well, then that means we gotta fight. And I
yeah,
think
but I don't want to. I don't
our
want to fight. I mean,
well,
I could get a vibe that you don't want to fight me too, because I don't think you can beat me. But
well, yeah, hey, I
well,
don't know.
I am ever encroaching, and
I
it's
can summon
essentially
lightning bolts and stuff.
yeah.
So,
But I'm cooler than you. I have more friends than you.
can you make fireballs appear in your hand?
I can pretend I can make fireballs in my hand, and that will probably throw you off more than anything. My confidence is all that matters. I can run really fast. I can probably dodge your fireballs. I can do a backflip over a fireball.
Okay. Well, I have some memories of who I am, I guess, and I mean, I was
Needs and
given
for
this
your soul.
purpose. I don't even know
Extra
what it is,
dimension
other than
all
now
your
I'm free,
needs
and that freedom
and
was
for your
to thank
soul.
from Lord Farwin of the
Call
11th
now,
House.
and you'll only have to pay the
Once
low
I was
price of
free,
one
I
soul.
was
You don't need it.
able to traverse the lands, and
I'm
I was led in a way by the
That's the slogan. You don't need it.
winds and
What are you, the
streams,
slogans, what are you using it for?
the roots of the trees, the sunlight.
Don't you
Make the
know
most
the
of your
entire?
soul.
Don't you know existence will end one
Ancient
day for
ruins and
everyone?
sites of the primordials, things
Well,
that
these doors all look to you, and in the process of deciding do we
show
actually
us
hide,
truth.
they see 3 of their friends get ripped apart by a badger.
And that truth led me
Leo
back
cannot
here,
use guns.
and premonitions and dreams and
Yeah.
prophecies that I must meet with. She kind of gestures around her to the beast.
Shadow. She's like, I need to meet with the Shadow of the Beast. She looks over at the Shadow of the Beast. He's like eating raw coffee beans out of a sack on the side of his hip. Yep. Oh,
But
yeah. So, I mean, you're
but
in
the
the Beast
meaning
now.
of this, I did not expect it to be this way, and they showed me images of a great sorcerer born in darkness that would lead the beast into a disunity of the lands, and here I find
A great sorcerer that does magic looks over him like picking away nose. What?
not
I mean,
what I expected.
I'm a great sorcerer of many things. Just
Oh
not like a great
shit! Yeah,
sorcerer,
I'm gonna
you know?
fucking. Oh, that sucks.
Great.
She
This
starts
guy's
to
doing
like
pew, pew,
I can write you a
pew.
mean epitaph, though.
uh,
Itanu.
she starts to regale different stories that she's seen and heard from the city over the last,
Grande.
you
For
generally get the
Grande.
impression, few hundred years that she was trapped in the tower,
inspiration to make him re-roll.
watching on, and then always hinting that she knew she had a purpose to escape and connect to the beast in some way, and that's why she's here.
I'm spending
You
inspiration to
lose
make him
track of
re-roll that, and
time
fuck.
with that insight check.
Yeah, what's the beast doing? I feel like I'm always like constantly like knowing
still
like,
gotta
hey,
do
what's it
it.
doing? But
Still
I'm
gotta-
distracting her as much as I can. Just being like, hey, tell me about your life. Yeah.
Well, he got
Not
a 1.
exactly
He
how I
goes
thought it was
50
going to go,
feet.
but it never
Fuck
goes
this.
how I think it's going to
Fuck
go.
Yeah,
Exactly.
this first date's really weird. This blind date is really weird.
It is. It's okay. She
I saw you in
is.
my dreams.
She is being diminished, if you will. Like, the longer she's in here, the less bright she is, the more muted her tones are, the more inexact and abstract her corporeal being is, because it's made from a mixture of water and fire and air and earth. It's almost like with each step or word that she gives around, like part of her gets left behind in a way, in like a weird vestige. With a 26, I could clearly say she's being absorbed by the beast slowly.
In like for benefit of him or like for not of benefit for him.
Or
Because like if she dies, like will bad things happen or like what do I get a vibe from that?
um, sorry. The two possible outcomes, and this is an inadvertent way that one of them is happening. The thing that is happening, as you clearly stated before, is the beast is quote unquote eating the sun,
Oh.
is what's happening.
Fuck.
So
I'm doing my job without doing my job.
once he's satisfied, you're not sure what that means. This is like, it's obvious, like it's the first time that like something's hit his insides, if you will, and it's like, whoa, what's that?
Oh my god.
Kind of thing.
Huh.
The other possible outcome is you have to help her find the thing that she's looking for, but you don't know what that will do to the beast. If this is how she's reacting, just being inside, if she finds what she's looking for, maybe the beast won't be able to do what you need him to do or what you want him to do anymore. Like there's a layer that she doesn't even know what the fuck she's for. So
cool. So, well, you didn't find what you're looking for, but I mean, if you ever figure out what that is you're looking for, you can always like, just hit me up and we could do this again sometime. It seems pretty chill. It seems pretty cool. Much as I'd love to sit here and talk about how you were trapped in a tower for 100 years and the only person that had the power to save you was an insane maniac. I think this has been really productive, but I think we should probably get moving. I got a son to eat. Right?
Oh, but what I need to find isn't here, so.
Well, I mean, it probably is here, but I mean, it's a big beast,
So you're not gonna help me find it?
Oh no, I'll help you find it, but I mean, you're looking a little pallid. You're looking,
She looks
you look
down
tired.
at her.
I just figured you'd want to take like a nap or something.
What are you doing to me? Why do I?
I'm not doing anything to you. I just say, I mean, you look like really tired. You look like you need to like, leave. Maybe you're just getting swallowed by existential darkness and need to take a nap. Some days can't be unfucked.
I need a deception? Yeah, deception.
Yeah, deception is good.
Eros would say
Right.
every day is fucked.
I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna use an inspiration for advantage. Okay. Huh. Some days cannot be unfucked, so just give up and go to sleep. Try
Every day
again
is
tomorrow.
fucked.
If you are having a bad day, remember that there is nothing you can do about it.
She will nod and, in a kind of disgruntled and unsure fashion, will start to leave where she's able to.
I'll walk her out. I just walk her out and I'm like, hey, it's nothing personal. I just, hey, if you ever think about, the problem with me, you not finding what we're looking for is probably because, you don't even know what you're looking for. So maybe, go home, take a nap, have another dream, come back tomorrow. We can look for it. It'll be chill,
My home is gone.
Your home's not gone. I mean, I got a nice little apartment and, in the second story long.
Yeah, but look at me. If I stay.
I mean, you don't have to stay like all the time. I mean, you can come back and just be like, hey, it's me. I'm Amber. And I'm like, hey, what's up? It's me. I'm the Birdman. And then we can like have coffee and then you can like just leave.
She kind of nods and brushes that off as she totally doesn't understand what you're hinting towards in any way, shape, or form.
I keep telling her to come back because I'm like, yeah, sis. Go get more strength tomorrow. Come back. You'll get sucked off a little bit more.
Her charisma is just no. She just doesn't pick up on those things. Nevertheless, and she has a horrible wisdom. do. So,
Wow. Okay,
as bad as Amu.
then we are literally the exact opposite. That is fucked up.
He is as bad as Amu.
Yeah, the sun, the sun and the darkness are the complete freaking opposite.
I love it. Okay, she'll agree, and then she will. But I must ask one question.
Sure. I got some answers.
Everything
all.
I have learned from my time has said that this beast is not a good thing for the land, and that the shadow is its leash to lead it towards a change, perhaps for this darkness you speak of. Will this beast be this edifice of evil?
I mean, who's to say? You know, who's really to say? I kind of just started this job like a month and a half ago, so I hope not, but we're working on it. I mean, I hope. I don't think it's. I mean, I don't think it's
Why
necessarily
not
an evil beast.
sacrifice me?
It did save me from a weird puppet master dude. It did kill him, but it did also eat me. So it's a toss up.
What?
It did save me because it needed to save me, but then it like also, was planning on eating me. So
I am so confused.
yeah, it's okay. I get that a lot. Um, no,
But my
yeah,
question: why didn't
I don't think so.
why? If you are the shadow, why did you not let me be absorbed?
Uh, cause I like how bright you are. Duh. I'm. I don't know. Do you want to be absorbed? Because I mean, if you want to be absorbed, we can
Oh
go back
no,
inside and you
I
can get
didn't
absorbed.
realize it was happening, and you could have just let it happen.
Yeah, I could have, but I didn't. So I mean, what does that say about me?
I'm sorry I shocked you.
Yeah, you should be. That fucking sucked.
Well, I said I'm sorry.
Well, sorry
Here,
is good
here,
enough.
here.
What she doesn't know is if she comes back, it'll happen again.
Oh.
And then again.
Oh, it's
And then again.
the first fucking nat one. Holy shit.
No.
Uh,
She gives you good berries.
Hey, I eat all 5 of them. However many she gives to me, I eat them all. I don't care how many she gives me, I eat them all.
Oh my goodness.
oh, by the way,
Okay,
I can't
well,
use myself anyway, so. I don't need it.
Does she give me all 10 of them? Because if
Do
she
you
gives
have
me all
any
10 of
idea
them,
how much fiber there is in those things?
yes, dude.
do she now is going? Yeah, we're gonna do another.
She's just rolling sanity after sanity after sanity.
Okay, it's about time for her to lose some sanity.
Sanity on top of sanity on top of sanity.
He,
Well, I restored 10 hit points, but I ate all 10 of them. I think she just gives them to me, and I just go, ooh, and just stuff all 10 of them in my mouth, like, these are pretty good.
Not gonna lose 30 points when on their way out.
These are better than mine.
I just don't, and she like.
Damn, I didn't think about this. If I throw a good berry into the stomach every day, do I really have to feed this thing?
I love how
If you want
Goodberry
science.
just says a creature. It doesn't say size.
It does not say. It says a creature. So I swear, I think if I figure out this tech, bro, I'm like, I don't even need to feed this.
I did it to the dragon.
Dude, if I just like literally give it a good berry every day, I just throw a good berry into the stomach acid as I'm on my way passing. Does it have to eat for the rest of the day?
Ember just like.
Oh my god.
In mid-sentence, Ember just shoots away, like, I just don't, and she just, like, flies off. Doesn't fly off, runs off. 'Cause I keep forgetting the Terrace thing. Runs
Bye,
off.
come back soon.
She just wails out and runs away, and Birdman, once she's out of, like, eyesight range and you're able to like get your bearings again, you look back up at the Tarrasque, and the Tarrasque is looking around now and trying to decide what happens, more or less, and then arcs itself back over to the west, and then looks up at the kind of darkness in the sky, and it in your mind's eye, as you've said before, the sun isn't up.
Yeah, but I know where the sun's at though. Just go that way.
He starts to walk that way.
I just tell him which way the sun is and just go that way.
He just starts to troll, stomp
Hey,
through.
are you hungry? I have to experiment with something.
Always.
Okay, perfect. I think I might have a cure to all your ailments.
Unlikely.
And I go and I throw a good berry because I also have this spell. I throw it in. I throw all 10 of them hoes into his stomach.
Oh, so small. It is not going to do anything.
Yeah, sure about that.
Fine. He opens the gullet, swallows it.
I put all 10 like on his tongue. I'm like, 1, 2, 3.
It takes a while for it to like travel down, you know. And then he just complaining, I'm still hungry. It did nothing. What are you talking? And then after like 20 seconds later, because he has a big esophagus, you know. Like 20 seconds later, he just stops talking, and you're just like, I told you so.
Yes, dude. Infinite money machine. Hell yes. I did it! I am the best Shadow of the Beast that this world has ever seen.
Goodness.
Oh my god, Jacques was right to choose me. I'm the goat.
In an unexpected turn of events,
that is crazy.
That is like one of the most weird ways to use the spell.
It took 100 sessions, bro, but god damn it, we find use for Goodberry. Holy.
I'd like to think that me feeding the dragon a good berry last session led to this.
I forgot about that too.
It did.
I didn't even think about that until I read the spell, and it says the berry provides enough nourishment to sustain a creature. It does not say how big that creature has to be. It just says a creature.
Level 1 spell. Just satisfied the greatest beast of all. The strongest.
D&D has cured world hunger, bro. That's insane.
Like, imagine
up to
5
30
fantastic
people.
heroes feast, and you show up with a little berry.
You got a feast? Here, have some good berry.
It's for at least like 40 people. 40 to 70 people.
Way more than that. I mean, you're just a ranger.
As many
druid.
as many spell
more.
slots as many spell slots as I have. I could feed a whole community with a single berry.
Like
so, you provide enough nourishment, yes.
Yeah, but he could eat for the love of the game.
He's not like necessarily satisfied.
No, he doesn't need to not eat, but
he's not complaining that he's like dying of hunger.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
That is
Because I
really
like
funny.
I was just doing a Google search and there were like people talking about giants and dragons and like the same argument we're having. It's just like, well, yeah, they would still might be hungry, but they're not going to be starving.
Right.
It's just well,
Because I mean, out here, like we might find
guys,
something big enough
uh,
for him to eat.
guys, that's the end of the campaign.
But oh yeah, we did it.
I'm joking.
He ate the sun. He ate a good berry.
Everything's good now.
But okay, so
Rocks fall, roll new characters.
goodness gracious. All right, I can go out of the Trask innards map that I was looking at while you guys were discussing to make sure.
Seth copying and pasting the apartment map into the innards. Into
Yeah.
the long diagram.
So I had to look through my messages with Creed because then holy fuck, that took longer than I wanted it to take. We message each other a lot, Greed. Holy shit. Fucking hell.
We did.
But I found it, and it's episode 59, When Dwarves Don't Listen. And one of the moments I was going, one of the times I was going towards, just to confirm it, I pulled up one where Seth rolled a nat 20, and I was like, no, you re-roll that. So he did, and he got a nat 1.
And the
Yes, of
whole
course.
like the whole chat explodes and oh
Not again.
wow.
All right. Well, I'm gonna give each of you because that was also an unexpected play of events. I'm gonna give each of you 2 inspiration. Uh, because the Tarask, you have solved part of the conundrum of the Tarask, which is yeah. If it's not hungry as often, it will be more easy to control, kind of thing. And then you also like found out Eember's purpose, which Eember, yeah, yeah. So, she will return in some capacity, but the idea now is, Birdman, where do you lead the Trask?
West?
Yeah. Steep.
I don't know. I just kind of like am I allowed to like scout outside of it or do I have to sit in it the whole time?
You can do you, but don't expect the Tarask to always listen to you.
Right.
Like, if you tell it to stay and there's something that it will distract it, it may not stay for
Right.
those things. But
Big puppy.
Well, I
it
would
isn't.
say like if I was getting to the point where I would have to like walk it through a town or like so it's not just Godzilla like storming Tokyo City. That'd be kind of cool. But sometimes you can't stop that. But sometimes I can warn people. Can be like, "Hey, there's a big freaky monster coming, so run." Only for a couple days, but run. So I would be trying to like scout, but it just goes west. I just like go west until this fool stops walking, or until I find a reason to tell this guy to stop walking. That's our job now.
Okay. Well, he can move like basically double speed than a normal thing. And then he has So go back to the main map.
To the main map. Also, I hate when I have to zone out on the conversations, but it's just the random zone in moments. Just the zone back in on. I ate a rat. What?
I had a rat. I did. Man, you missed me taking her on a tour of our apartment.
I heard no. I heard that. I heard that part.
I had a rat.
It's just.
I did.
I kept zoning.
I said. She said I was locked in a tower for 100 years or 200 years or whatever, and I was like, yeah, being in a cage makes you want to do crazy shit. You know, I got out of a cage and I ate a rat. So.
Okay. Birdman, how directly west are you traveling?
Damn.
We'll be back.
I do not know these lands, bro, and I do not have a map. So fucking west, like, yeah, directly west, bro. I will travel. Like,
Okay.
until I find a place where I can get a map. Like,
Okay. So, in true irony of this campaign,
oh no.
Yeah.
and true irony of this campaign, the beast is now nowhere near the city by the time the dwarves get to the city.
Of course. This was the plan, though.
Nor by the time Eros returns to the city. Well, the
Yeah,
beast
we knew that was gonna happen, though.
near the city.
We always had that. We always had that assumption. That assumption.
Yeah, we knew.
Always had.
We knew that was gonna happen.
So, and then Kaly and Tenebris are flying and eventually gonna. Okay, so here is what we're kind of at the point now to where we need to go and solve Amu's clusterfuck, and then see how soon Amu gets back. But then it's kind of to the point now to where Birdman, he's like away from the party for the foreseeable future, unless like shit happens, like. Because the Tarask, moving at the speed it can, even if it's traveling 8 hours a day, and that's all it travels, it can get 120 miles in 2 days.
Damn.
Like, it's he's not slow by any means. Like, his strides are huge. So it's like, you know, and then the dwarves needed, from that point to this point, they're pretty slow, right? So they need like 3 to 4 days to get to the thing. So they're like 2 days, like, so by that point, like, the Tarask is going to be pretty much where Amu is.
This is somewhat good for our timeline, though, because now we don't have to assume that I'm in the timeline. We can just put me in the timeline. Like,
True.
anywhere at any time, just be like, cool, it's been 4 days, you've been walking, and yeah. Like, rad.
Well, it's basically I just need to create a new map to like keep my brain tracking of where you're at now, because literally by the time the dwarves are assaulting the city of Salt, which is going to be about the same time Eros and whatnot is arriving with Strike and the whole party, like, you're going to be almost to the sea.
Damn.
You know, the western seas. Like, it's going to take you a little while to traverse the mountain ranges and whatnot to get over all the mountains.
I would probably stop to get like a map or something if I could like meet a town, like find a town.
Okay, well, on this map, if you see, like, there would be, you know, a few dozen lapid villages and towns, but it would also be like sheer chaos. Too. So you, like, I guess if you break away from the Tarask on one of those days and like go into a town and then
try to steer the Tarrasque like 5-10 miles south of the thing. So
Well, my thought process on it is like the walkers have probably told everyone like, hey, the Tarrasque is awake now. It is walking around. And so if I kind of show up in a town and just go, hey, it's me, the Shadow of the Beast, the guy that walks the Tarrasque around, yeah, I would evacuate your homes for the foreseeable future for like 3 days, maybe like a day. Also, I need a map. Like, I need a map of the lands, like, now. And you will give it to me, or I will have the Tarrasque destroy your homes. Not because I want to, but because it just will, because I won't have a map to lead it away from your house.
Okay. Well, in interest of me also needing to prepare a map, we're gonna say that it is one of those things that I've always thought the Animezus don't care as much about those things anyways. Than the average you know, humanoid, typical D&D humanoid for things. So I imagine it's more like throughout your travels, you stop at different places, and it's almost like you have to draw your own map from the descriptions they have of the areas, or they give you like bits and pieces of like
Oh, yeah.
a
I do
map.
that too.
You have to like make grandiose assumptions about some of these things because the Animezus are not a well-traveled people. Like they within their own lands, they travel all in the sort. But like where you're going, like most people don't know what this means to go straight west like this. Most of them, if they're traveling west, they usually head up the northern road and follow the halfling trail, the half man trail, and eventually they can circle around the mountains and do that. So like it's one of those things that um
I mean, I
you
could
also
technically do that too, but to Birdman, it just seems like a waste of time.
well
Like,
you have the how do I word this?
I have the
The
thing.
Tarrasque is the tank, so it's
Yeah.
like traversing over like the mountain. He's going to slow down a little bit, but it's not going to
It
really.
can climb and stuff though.
Yeah, no,
So
yeah,
yeah.
he has a really good climb speed and
And
stuff. So
it can burrow and shit too, right? Like,
exactly. Well, that
yeah.
was my thank you. The burrow.
So,
He has this other thing with his burrow that he can do too. That he basically is like, yeah, it if I remember correctly, or am
and
I
just
thinking
like
of something?
any mountain peoples that I might meet in my travels, I'll just be like, hey, by the way, I'm the guy. Fucking, I have a Tarrasque. Do not be alarmed. Just you might get earthquakes for today, or you might get like whatever. I am becoming this land's local weatherman.
Oh, he also can air. Like, well, one, he's amphibious. Okay,
Yeah.
so there's that. Two, he has where is it? Uh, he can do this. Oh, that's what it was. Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
he has, and he also okay. So yeah, he has Earthwalk. His burrow is like the burrow of a Earth elemental, to where he doesn't create a
Just
hole.
walks through the mountain.
He just walks through the mountain.
That's so cool.
So as long as it's not like made, like if it's if it's like hewn stone that a humanoid has made, he can't do it. But if it's just natural stone, he just walks through it.
Yeah, if I just tell people, hey, don't fucking hang out at your local mountain today. Like, I have to walk through it.
The goat people just get fucked.
But yeah, he can. Yeah, he travel is not hard for him. For things that's like half of what he's made for. Uh, kind of thing is traverse the lands. Hey, Bilbo. So okay, so the point I'm getting to here is we need to circle back to Amu for a little bit, and then Birdman is just on travel mode, and we're gonna kind of probably jump back to him here and there for some role play stuff, for things. And then I do imagine a big part of the focus is going to be on. Well, that's kind of the question is also too is how much of the focus do we want to put on the war, and how much of that do we want to play out for how the dwarves arrive at the city? Because we're kind of at a point with the splintering of the narrative that it could make sense to do a lot more role play and like description of what we see happening and doing less smaller combats just because there are so many bigger moves happening with the different like factions and militias and armies and things like that. There are a couple quote unquote encounters that I would like to do with like the dwarven leadership and things like that. But I guess it's kind of a question on how much of that minutia do you guys want to play out
I
for
mean,
things after we like settle what's happening with Amu, because that's kind of like where we're at.
here's a funny thing. Um, Eros wants to take on the army because she is currently under the position that the city is Birdman's home. But if they get to the city, well, when they get to the city, Birdman's not
And
home.
we see the apartment gone and everything. Like goodness.
She's obviously gonna like. Obviously, we'll role play later, but it'll come down like, oh, the city's not your home anymore. The Tarask is gone. This place is also pretty fucked. Hey guys, you just want to leave and not care about the city and just go back to having adventures or whatever? I so that's probably going to be her take on the whole thing. We'll see when we get there. I am cool on my end though of it being mostly narrative, while zooming in for more important confrontations. I'm fine with that personally.
Okay, cool.
I have this mental image of Strike carpet bombing both sides when it's bird.
Agreed. I love how agreeable you are all the time with these things. You're just like, oh, dog, you're black and it's dark in the room. I nearly died. Whoo, whoo. I got stood up and I didn't see my dog next to my chair, and I was just like, because I don't have a light on in my room, and I have all the drapes closed because it's hot outside, and I'm like, whoo, I nearly died. Ah. But yes, I was like, agreed. You're always so agreeable to those like narrative things. You're like, yeah, let's do it. Kill some things. Yeah, I'm just like, it's like, um, so, uh, I get, and so the thing then is the next two sessions with Kaly with your character, we're gonna kind of have to feel out where they're gonna kind of be. I think as things move forward because um
That was kind of just how I was gonna play it because I can't come up with a proper end game. I'm sorry.
that's cool. I'm no worries, no worries. It's kind of like the way this campaign is kind of filtered through. It's kind of become that way in some ways, so which is fine. Okay, so um, I need to make a map of the West. Let me jot down some notes before I forget. Um, okay. Then I guess let's spend the last
We kind of need to figure out what Ama's going to do with this crazy clusterfuck. Before we go too much into things further, because of inspiration being spent and other things. So you have your Storm of Vengeance going off in the distance, and there's these other figures that appeared around the floating structure you're on, that were assisting in that manipulation too. Storm of Vengeance has things that start that happen at the beginning of people's turns. If I remember correctly.
I'll repost it.
That other tool. Okay.
Yeah, it's the start of my turn.
All right. Okay, on your turn. Yeah, okay. But the initial thingy above her, thingy about it.
The 2d6 undead with deafen.
Yeah. Okay. They're just gonna desperately fly to try to get out of the area of this twins. Okay. They're going to. Um, doesn't say anything about difficult terrain.
On round 5, so that's
Okay.
quite a ways away.
Okay. Uh, they spend their turn dashing. They're pretty quick flyers, so they get probably halfway through the cloud, I would say. Um, and then that's the person in the far distance. One of the ones closer flies and I guess lands, if you will, um, on the spinning structure and is uh, yeah, okay. They cast a spell upon themselves. Uh, let's see, is there a thing? And they speak to you, saying, "It is quite brazen to bring a creature as prized as a dragon here. We were not expecting a elementalist such as yourself. The dragon, though, is something we would prize. Name your price, and we will be on our way."
My gods, can't a weasel get some fucking rest for once? No, dragon is off limits. I have already made a deal with him. Just leave us alone and we will leave.
What do you do on your turn?
On my turn. This is going to be a terrible persuasion check. Absolutely terrible. See, I will spend one inspiration to maybe get that higher. That's higher. Just saying, go the fuck away. Leave us alone.
Oh. Yeah, I guess.
You guess?
The dragon is going to say, I am no one's prize, and our deal is assured. He's going to, yeah. He moves over and snaps towards the thing that lands and claws towards it. After getting hit from the bite, it is able to, resituate its defenses to be like, oh shit, I wasn't expecting that to happen, kind of thing. And the next one kind of flies in very quickly over to there, and it is going to. Yeah, gonna directed towards. It's not a DC 0. I'm always doing that, but directed towards the dragon. They need to make a con save. They pass the save. Try to get knocked off the area, and uh, this one. Where are you? Oh, I accidentally. Oh no, I see what it was. Okay. This one is going to fly to here. Is going to. Yeah. Miss with a scimitar attack. The storm. Well, it was at your start of your turn. There was should have acid rain, right?
Yes. Round 2 begins the acid rain.
Roll the damage.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. They. Then at the top of the round, they're gonna try to fly. Out of the storm. They're still a good ways away from you. Okay, so they get out of the storm, but they're like away from, still a while away from you. For things, the one that was kind of controlling the weather and things. Um, Nevertheless, this one. Hmm. Um, yeah, this one is going to uh at kind of just behind the dragon, trying to get his wings kind of gripped on. It creates a whirlwind and tries to grab up the dragon, pull him around and stuff. Let me read. Any creature with yeah, just remembering if it was a size thing. So the dragon strength save. Okay. Gets restrained, wrapped up into the whirlwind, and have a whirlwind. Let me see. While I look for a whirlwind, what are you doing?
This is absolutely droll. Okay. Yeah. To the one concentrating on the whirlwind. Can I just do that from here? I can. If it will pop up? Question mark. No? Don't wanna. Okay. I'll just. Oh no! It's. My roll 20 is just lagging behind, so. We're gonna see a few things pop up, I think, in a second or so. I am trying to cast Blight. Eventually. Any day now. Damn it.
Roll 20.
I swear it should be. Something should be rolled.
No, maybe.
Wait, what the hell? Okay. The D4 roll.
Did,
So everything else.
do you have it to prompt for a level? And maybe the other thing is on your screen somewhere?
It was behind my fucking goddamn. Okay.
Yeah, it's did that to me earlier.
Okay. Yeah, that's what it was. Fucking hell. Okay. Well,
All right.
there.
Which one? Oh, the one concentrating. Yeah.
Yes, the one concentrating, and I'm also going to put. Yeah, fuck it. All four of my Moose Blood Rage die into it for additional 48. So that's 50 points of necrotic damage. Yeah, good luck. That's 25. You have a chance to succeed that con save. A chance. Technically. Good luck.
Well, they're on the 7. Okay. The dragon, seeing that he's restrained. Okay. The G can move the world. But yeah. So, nope.
Shouldn't they roll in because they have to maintain concentration on it?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Like you have to beat a 25, which you technically can, but nope.
Yeah, no. Okay, so Dragon then is gonna do the thing that they wanted to do the first time, but was trying to be nice. And yeah, 60-foot phone. Well, I can find a internet through them. 1, 2, 3. Goodness gracious, they're rolling really low.
Good.
All right. Well,
Fuck with us.
that hurt. Yeah. This one is going to use its action to turn invisible after getting hit with that. And they're going to fly away. The next one is yeah, okay. Um, so that are they in range yet? Nope. No, wait, no, they are. Okay. Disadvantage though. At the dragon. All of those miss.
Good job.
That nat 1 does prompt an accidental roll. It almost hits their compatriot but misses. Which would have been funny. This one is going to, invisible, regroup, fly away. For things. The dragon roars in defiance at those things. The storm still echoing behind them. Amu, I would like you and the dragon to roll a intimidation check.
Gods. I'll spend an inspiration to let him get that reroll. Or can we also say he just has advantage because of me? Because my -2 ain't gonna do shit. I don't know.
All right, let me look at the thing. Okay, so the dragon roars. You're there with the lightning and everything soaring around you, and you just cast Blight, which is a different kind of magic than what they were probably expecting from you. And they turn invisible. They fly around. They don't want to get too close by this point, but you know that they're still nearby. So the dragon kind of impatiently, Barmok turns to you and is like, "Let's get the hell out of here." So what do you want to do?
Okay. It hasn't been an official long rest, has it?
No, not yet.
Damn it. Okay. Can we make it? Can we make a deal here then?
Make a what? Sorry.
Can we make a deal here then? I will take. I have no inspiration. I will take a level of exhaustion if I'm a ready plane shift and have that prepared.
Okay. We still don't have the thing, though.
True. Which is why I will then say I'm going to need that kidney right now so I can get us the hell out of here.
Watch.
Now we'll be too exhausted to find another island. It's either this or more of them come, perhaps.
I live without my kidney.
You only need one, and I will regenerate it back as soon as I can.
I have two?
Yes, at least I think you do. Most creatures have two.
I do not have medical knowledge, so yeah, he has no fucking idea.
Don't worry, because I sort of do. Let's fucking hope I get it. I did not get it very high. Fucking damn it.
He probably will be fine.
Just
He's not gonna immediately die if you like use his kidney. If you immediately used his heart, yeah, you'd die.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Just it's right. Oh god, I can't think. Right around here.
There's another arrow, a couple arrows that shoot by you, and he's like, "Fuck it, do it."
Then I will place my hand where I feel his kidney should be, and I will channel and I will begin casting plane shift, which is just an action, and utilizing his kidney, I guess, because I think that's what I'm anchoring my magic to, in order to get us both to the material plane.
Alrighty. The imagery that I wanted to use for this is even more beautiful now. Because Amu wakes up, right? Because he's just like in this weird dream thing going on. That's going on. That's like, but it's being like forced to be there by some divine power. So you have to like conjure a way out of there, right? I love it. And so, but using the dragon's like power to kind of force it through. So Amu just wakes up, and then you all near Amu, the other people that are, oh well, the Amu's with Pio and Gormonger. There's just next to them all of a sudden a like wounded, whining adult red dragon that's like flailing on the ground in like extreme pain that like wakes Amu up amongst the trees, and Goremonger and Pio, out of reaction more than anything, like will probably start to attack it. Just like what the fuck? There's just a dragon out of nowhere.
Almu would immediately stand up as fast as he can and say, "Stay your weapons. I have this." And he'll hobble over to Barmok and... Oh, fuck, I really needed that. Gormonger, you know the regenerate spell, yes? Tell me you know that at least.
The sheets. Closed it, so give me a second. Let's find it again. Okay. Regenerate is what level?
7th level.
I will give you Lust an inspiration point as he will prepare in the promptu a regenerate spell, and he's like, on that?
Yes.
A dragon.
Yes.
Oh, goodness. He goes over and casts the spell, and he's like, please, please stop moving. He hops on the creature and goes to where it, like the blood is just like kind of spewing out from its rear end, and just like what's on and there's this like carterized like magic that seems to happen almost from like the body like illuminating a little bit. The dragon stops flailing, calms itself, and pretty quickly just like lays down almost in exhaustion, and is just, where are we, Weasel?
The material plane, of course.
You don't remember a forest at all from when you were last here, so you have very little understanding of how much time's gone by either. Like you feel really foggy and confused.
We are still on our continent, are we not, brother?
Yes. Yes, yes. We just had to split parties because well, what was it? The night before last, right, Gormonger? There was our lovely new friend Kaly brought some friends for us to play with, and they seemed to some of the most powerful creatures I've ever seen. So we got the fuck out of Dodge because his good friend Gormonger here, we had to tree stride, and then Tenebris teleported them yesterday sometime. We haven't heard from them since. I assume they've made their way to the war. He couldn't teleport all of us, and you being unconscious, you weren't exactly willing. So we decided to stay behind, Gormonger and I, and now we gotta figure out now that you're back. We do have a dragon, but We are at least 3 days away, I would say, by dragonflight.
Days have passed then. Well,
About 2.
then my plan has already failed. What a waste. Well, if I couldn't halt, at least, the army's progress, getting back...
We can still pop up some doors, though.
Yes, but I have another obligation now, thanks to my unfortunate compatriot here. We are on one of the 7 continents of the material plane. One of the more northern continents on the western hemisphere, I believe. My geography is not very well up to date.
You're telling this to the dragon?
Yes.
I might have an idea, I think, of where I've been to before. Maybe. Nope. Okay. But nothing here looks familiar. I will need to find a higher mountain or peak to see if I can gauge.
I assume that to the west there's a mountain range, assuming you all didn't go past it, and that we're still in Animaesus lands, yes?
We are, Gormanga confirms. We have not left the woods of the Avis, just west of the Lapidlands. A few days out before we hit the mountain range by foot. The dragon could probably get there in less than a day.
Well, the west will be your surest bet for a mountain range. The closest dragons are far to the northeast. The largest enclave that I know of is on a different continent, though.
No dragons claim these mountains.
To my knowledge, the last I heard was of sparse reds here and there, but I'm not 100% certain.
Well, you have given me new claim. It is interesting. Saved my life from certain death, offered me a truce. You are a strange druid indeed. That's like the closest thing you're gonna get to from a thank you from a red dragon, probably. Oh.
Given that you had business elsewhere, with time and resources, I could potentially return you even to where you were supposed to be. Potentially.
I'll see if I can find it. If not, you might be seeing more of me. These lands do look supple.
I would be hesitant if I were you. if you know anything about the ancient monstrosity, the Tarask, you will do well to tread carefully.
Dragon. That beast. These are the land. Huh. And by your face, I must believe that it is true. I thought a legend, nothing more. Well, I will continue west and see what adventures take hold. You and your little furry friends. I look forward to meeting you again, perhaps. Spreads his big wings and he's gonna fly away.
I need rest. Desperately.
Okay. Oh, you look like you need it, Pio says, and you guys go find a different campsite that a dragon's not going to come back to, just out of safety, if nothing else. And my dog. Now the intentionality of Amu. What does he want to do?
After he gets his long rest, he's going to want to get yes, he's going to want to get back to the city as quickly as possible, and it's a bit of a gamble, but I feel like it's one that'll pay off. I'd say it's safe to say we can just assume that he'll learn about the tree staff that was planted.
Yeah.
So he would recommend that they take the chance of going back through it, because he would definitely make mention. He would definitely want more information about the Marut that they ended up dealing with, and would confirm that something similar has happened before. So if they're chasing after Kaly, they're probably not going to be at that location. So it's possible that it should be safe. So travel through that, and then they should be able to fly back within a day or so. I'd imagine. So that would
Okay.
be the beginning.
So rest, Marut, and then fly back to city.